Good afternoon, folks. I know, I'm sorry. It's a busy day here in the Martinez house. We've got a birthday today. Our oldest daughter is turning 8. So, of course, as always happens, there's always last minute shit going on. I gotta tell you, folks, I'm kind of glad, though, because this means that birthday season in our house is over until the fall. We have 3 birthdays in the fall, 5 birthdays in the winter, and then 1 birthday in the spring. And then and luckily it's early spring, and then we get the rest of spring and summer off from birthdays and craziness and all that shit. So I'm in the home stretch. So I was going last night, and I know, there's like some really major news. Sean Atwood covered it today, with regards to the FBI and that whole thing with Stephen Avery having been considered a murder suspect on the 3rd, like literally almost immediately after fucking Teresa Halbach was reported missing. And I will cover that probably tonight. If not tonight, probably tomorrow. Sean's got it pretty much covered. I'll just, I'll recap it later. But what I have been doing is going through Kratz's opening statement. And oh my God, folks, Jesus Christ, this is Kratz's opening statement. Now, folks, opening statements tend to run a little on the long side, especially for major cases like the Stephen Avery case. But fucking hell, man. Kratz, the first rule of law is get in, make your point, get the fuck out. You don't need to use 85 words where 2 would suffice. I'm just saying. Like, you're overly fucking verbose. So, I've been going through this opening statement. We're gonna need this. And I have so many notes on this that I'm probably gonna have to do like 2 or 3 videos on it. Because, Jesus fuck, oh my God. So, at the very first, he's explaining about how he came to be on the case, blah, 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 blah. What's a special prosecutor? What is a special prosecutor? Blah, blah, blah. I love where he says, we are all doing a big favor for Manitowoc County. Oh yeah, you are. You're doing a massive favor for Manitowoc County there, Kratz. You're helping them avoid a $36 million fucking lawsuit. It is helping the Manitowoc County District Attorney's Office in presenting this case. And taking out somebody who gave the department a giant black eye. Let's call a spade here, Kratz. Then he proceeds to talk about the 2 special investigators, Wiegert, who's with the Calumet County Sheriff's Department, and Fossbender, who works for the Department of Justice in the Division of Criminal Investigation. And we all know Fossbender's record. And, he says, you're going to hear that lots of law enforcement was involved, but, they require leadership by law enforcement officials with experience. Yeah, especially the kind of experience of drumming up bullshit and framing people. You called in the experts for that one, didn't you, Kratz? Now, this, oh my God, is so fucking slimy. This is where he says, knowing who we are, who the 5 of us are, the prosecution team. God, dude, what a fucking wind-up. Would you pitch already? We hope may help in determining what's important in these cases. What the fuck does you and the slime team, why do they have to know who the fuck you are in order to determine what's important? You know what's important? The truth. The truth is important in a court case, Kratz. Apparently you missed that part of the fucking legal education. You slimy bastard. Now he says here, this is a very, very serious crime. He's basically telling the jury, don't worry, I'm not going to tell you all these graphic details. He says this is a very, very serious crime and potentially has very, very graphic kinds of details that may be involved or presented. May? May? Who the fuck are you kidding, Kratz? You held a goddamn press conference and you told everybody that lovely little fairy tale of yours about how Teresa Halbach died on the 6 o'clock news. You already presented that fucking evidence, you fucking yuts. Jesus, crotch on fire, dude. This really gets me. He toots his own horn so much throughout this thing. It's fucking ridiculous. Again, am I the only one getting sick and tired of watching Kratz suck his own cock? Because that's all he's doing. I wanted to assure you, as the lead prosecutor, very important for him to remind everybody that he's the lead, he's the head, he's the special prosecutor. He was brought in as the person responsible for the presentation of the case of a couple of things. One, perhaps most importantly, I'm only going to present those pieces of evidence that are necessary to tell you the story. The story. See, folks, now I've tried to tell you before that people say what they mean, even when they're lying. They say what they mean, and they'll correct themselves. Keep listening. My job is not to present gruesome or overly graphic information to you. You're special prosecuting, you're lead chairing a sensational murder trial. What the fuck is your job if it's not that? You schnook. You're going to find that the evidence is pretty straightforward. Bullshit! And he says that he allowed the Halbach family to review the evidence. Now, I don't know how shit works up in Wisconsin, but I know that, pretty much everywhere else that I've looked at, the victim's family has not been allowed to review the evidence first because that could compromise the fucking case. He then goes on this very loquacious bullshit of an opening statement is the cover. It's a roadmap, the overview. It's for me to talk to you about the first legal concept you have to understand in this case, and that's being a party to a crime, blah, blah, blah. Would you please just hurry up and swallow and move the fuck on? Serious, dude, it's getting old. He says, my job as the prosecutor is to present the physical evidence we have developed. Not found, not uncovered, not discovered, developed. That's an odd choice of words there, Kratz. To present the witnesses we have developed. Bam! To prove this case.
That's bullshit.
Kratz, get over yourself. He then goes on to blah, blah, blah about reasonable doubt. If you don't know what reasonable doubt is, you're a fucking moron and you don't belong watching my videos. Go away. He then says, I will prove this case beyond a reasonable doubt. If you could prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt, Kratz, then why the fuck did you bring in the Denny motion? Now, see, folks, here's something that you don't understand and a lot of people don't understand. The Denny motion was filed in June of 2006, which is long before the trial fucking started. The jury had no idea the Denny motion was in play. That means that they had no idea that there was other evidence that could have proven that Stephen Avery didn't do it and that somebody else did, and they had no idea that no one other than Stephen Avery was investigated. They had no clue. So, if you are saying that you will prove that beyond a reasonable doubt, then why did you bring in the Denny motion, Kratz? Probably because you knew good and goddamn well, and you stated later to the filmmakers of Making a Murderer that you knew you were running a completely circumstantial forensic case. And you're damn right I'm quoting you on that. I'm going to keep fucking taking your words and shoving them down your throat until you quit talking. Fucking worthless piece of shit. All right, folks. I have got some chicken to fry. Yes, my 8-year-old asked for fried chicken for her birthday dinner. So I've got some chicken to fry. I got a cake to bake. I got a bunch of other shit to do. But I will be presenting another video this evening. However, down in the description, I will go ahead and throw down the link to the GoFundMe campaign for Clue TV. Come on, guys. We are almost there to our first fucking, massive load of cameras and editing equipment. So please share. And if you want to read through this bullshit that is Kratz's opening statement, it starts on day 1 on page 37 and goes to page 106. Oh yeah, he's that fucking verbose. All right, folks, thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next video.